about 2 in the morning, feeling kind of sick, so yeah, kind of sound a little out of it right now. Anyway, I'm just going to go over a few things with the deck as well as the subs I've been running with it. I got this board in late December, right before Christmas, and I got it mainly as a free ride board, as well as a daily commuter. As you can tell, this is a symmetrical double kick from rocker deck that has a 3-stage rocker, hence its name being the Big Bacon. As you can tell, the concave goes up and down. Because the board has around a 3.5 degree wedging, I did de-wedge it 7 degrees with some rain risers, given that I am running indees and I did not want a high degree truck. If you run low degree trucks, then this shouldn't be a problem. Like if you run a 42 degree, well, it goes up to about 45 degrees. I do, however, recommend traditional kingpin trucks as opposed to the reverse kingpin, because with reverse kingpins I found that the deck tends to feel a bit squirrely and tippy. As far as daily commuting goes, I did push this up to 20 miles from going from Wilmington to Lowell, from Lowell to Drumhill and Chelmsford and back, as well as some skating with it, which I do have clips in other videos, which will also be in the description. It only has bits of the graphing missing, and the tails don't have much chipping, and this is also the 9-ply deck, but so far I haven't seen much wear and tear. If you do plan on running traditional kingpin trucks, I would recommend Indy 215s for the surf rods indies. Maybe Trekker darts also, but just make sure they have a wider hanger. The main reason being is this board is 9.5 inches wide, and where you stand it does taper down to 8.5, but it's still pretty wide for the most part where you stand. Another thing is that when you lean a lot and you get bite, it bites in very early, so if Russ was to redesign this board, I would recommend to make the wheel wells cut in narrower, considering that they are very wide. My current truck setup is 217 millimeters, and it did start biting on the outside, and I haven't had much of a problem with it. But for most trucks, I would recommend a 1/4 inch riser. The indies sit about a 1/2 inch lower than Randall's, and I have been running right now orange stems. I just barely get bite, and this is with up to a 5/8 tall wedged riser. The board only has a 1/2 inch of radial. Consider that this does have steeper rocker, and what that does is that when you push against the deck, you do have more leverage going right into the board. One thing to keep in mind is that this deck in particular is a 9-ply brick, and it is heavier than my Comet takeover. It weighs almost as much as my Evo, which is an 11-ply. However, with the production model, it is an 8-ply, which will be significantly less, where a lot of the weight does come from the glue and the extra ply of wood. I haven't had much problem doing flatland on this. The kicks are 5.5 inches long, and the wheelbase on this is 25 1/4. And on the inner wheelbase, if I recall, the wheelbase was 23 3/4, but I have yet to set it up on the inner wheelbase, considering I am using this board for higher speed applications. So far this deck has proved to be pretty durable because I haven't tried to beat it up. I've ridden this board in the rain extensively, have shown no signs of delamination. This board hasn't chipped much. I mean, there's a couple small chips here and there because I've curbed it. And a couple notes, if you haven't ridden a rocker deck before, you'll notice that you do have more of a cradling feeling, as opposed to, like, say, a pockety feeling you would get from, like, boards with like wheel flares and troughs, etc., etc. My riser just came off. Don't get rain risers. This is my 3rd set. And I haven't cranked this down either, nor have I early grabbed off of anything with this set in particular. Anyway, this board is pretty good for big slides, and might as well leave a few clips.
Honest days work for honest days pay. Stay taking wages the anonymous way. Calmest, hey to the Amish selling. Promise me gold bond palm and swelling. With no tactile, it's so fast. back though. Wondering if bitches why his lips are so black, yo. No question, ounce of prevention is more than a pound of raw, pure intention. Attention, no throwing stones at the homeless. Else ye a self-made end up with your dome blessed. Chrome dust, nano-sized particles. Stop telling codes through the YouTube, retarded fools. Defeats the purpose.
Anyway, I'm tired as hell. And yeah, that's pretty much it for now. I mean, there's gonna be a review on silverfish that goes more in depth, and